do have the North London derby just around the corner. I must say, I'm a bit nervous for it, but it is happening on Thursday. And obviously, we need to get the win, not only for our pride, but also to catch up with them lot down the road. So, George, how are you kind of feeling for this one?
Not as nervous as I thought I'd be at this point, to be honest with you. Only because I think we've obviously we've got a good track record against them the last few years at our home ground. So, and I know that obviously that draw, even though we probably felt we should have got a win against Liverpool, that draw has still helped us with our momentum because. Listen, we've gone and drawn away to one of the best teams in Europe right now, and we felt like we could have won. So the players are going to be totally buzzing. And I think even Dime said as well in his interview after that, they just want the game to happen now. Like they want to play them. They're buzzing. And I think there are definitely opportunities to exploit Arsenal as well. With Tierney being out, for the season, Partey being out, their defense isn't that good. They've just played teams recently that have either bent over to them or they don't have that final quality that's gonna get them goals. And even then, look at Leeds yesterday. They were pretty much battering them.
Don't get started with that, George.
But they still only just got away with a 2-1 win against the 10-man Leeds that played dreadful. Yeah. So I think have Kane, Son, Kulusevski up top, or we've got no problems, in my opinion.
I love the Hotspurs. And it is true because obviously the last previous games they've had, maybe apart from Chelsea, I would say they have managed to get a bit lucky. And obviously Leeds yesterday, I don't know what the keeper was thinking for the first goal.
It's crazy. And when you say lucky, right, United played not awful, sorry. No, United played awful. Chelsea played awful against them. I've never supported Chelsea before, apart from the Europa League final. I didn't mind Chelsea beating Arsenal because I can't be asked with them like down the road talking rubbish. Even though I don't like Chelsea fans either, but it's one of those ones, isn't it? But Chelsea played awful against them in Arsenal as well. Like, I can't believe it. And obviously against Leeds, bro, I just sat there and thought, even though Bielsa's not the manager anymore, I sat there and thought Bielsa, ball, right? High tempo, like just at their necks. I thought this is what it's going to be. Also, we're going to get put under pressure here. But when I go and see them concede the goal with Mez there, I was losing my head and I was like, you know what? It's fine. I can still get to it. When they concede again, then matey boy gets sent off. Aileen gets sent off. I'm like, this is this is an absolute joke. Like, what's going on? And now it makes it even worse. They won 2-1. And I generally think if Leeds had 11 men, they could have probably brought that back and got a draw. But it's one of those things where it's our own fault. I know it's hard to sit there and say it is our own fault it's happened. Like, we've let Arsenal get into that position. We hit a good bit of run of form where we were ahead of them. Well, obviously they were ahead of us. We brought it back. We went ahead of them. And now obviously we fell off a little bit and then they went ahead of us. Like, it's one of those things. But in terms of the game Thursday, I am looking forward to it. I do usually get a lot nervous, more than I am right now. Similar to George, like I do get usually a lot more nervous. But I'm looking forward to it. Like George says, like Tierney's out, Partey's out. Like, that's a big chunk of the reason why they've been good under Arteta and like been able to like be good when attacking as well. Like, as much as I can't stand Tierney, he's a decent left back for him. But I'm looking forward to Kulu feasting on Tavares. Can't wait. Cannot wait. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good game, and I just can't have them boys securing Champions League football at our ground. I really can't. I can't deal with that. So I do think we're going to win. I'll be real. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. I think we'll win like 3-1 or something. I think we can score goals, and I think, like Dyer come out and said, how like the players are looking forward to it. And, like, a lot of people have come out online and said, like, we're going to make this atmosphere absolutely incredible. I think it's going to be a mental game. But as long as we win, all we can do is win and just take it on to the next game. Even if it goes down to the last game of the season, which if we win, it probably will end up going down to the last game of the season. But I just want it to go down to the last game of the season. Do you know what I mean? It has to.
100%. And like you said, and like the King said as well, that obviously if they do beat us, they do qualify for Champions League. So, Connor, we've got to go all out, haven't we, really?
Oh, mate, honestly, right. I've never had a North London derby where I've actually felt this confident that we're actually going to win, which might sound insane, but I just feel that, the recent games, the Leeds won. Leeds put it on a plate for them, like without a doubt. The Melier mistakes, Aileen, an ex-Arsenal boy, getting himself sent off. Do you know what I mean? It was all very easy for them. Exactly. And don't get me wrong, like watching them in Ketty and score goals for them, they're getting a bit of rhythm. They're getting, but I just think, knowing it's the North London derby, knowing it's a game where we can get top four. Well, we still got a chance of getting top four. The atmosphere is going to be mad. I'm that confident that the atmosphere is going to be that good, and that like Denman said as well. I think Decky's going to feast on Tavares because without having that dig at Emerson, Tavares and Emerson have had that competition this season about who Who's not? Who's not?
Yeah, he couldn't help himself. He had to just slip that in the
I'm
back.
sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? Listen, I love Emerson. I love Emerson. I will. No, I'll tell you what. I will love him. I will love him if he puts in a good performance on Thursday. I will love him. But no, I'm actually confident that we'll win that legit. I just think that, and as well, saying this, I'm actually confident we can get top four, because as long as we don't bottle it to Burnley, as long as we go to Norwich and we get that win, even though they already relegated final game of the season, because realistically they've got Everton and Newcastle. Everton have picked up a bit of form. They're down there. Newcastle got battered by City yesterday, but they've started to, gel a little bit under Eddie Howe. They're looking all right. They might even get I think they can still get top half. I'm not sure. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel personally that we can. I feel that we're going to win, and I feel insane saying that, because I hate saying that with anything. I just feel that this is ours. I feel like everything is going to gel, and it's going to be a good night.
100%. I so hope so. I think, like we said, the fact that we played so well against Liverpool, it didn't pay off entirely to get the 3 points. But seeing teams roll over for Arsenal, you are kind of thinking, all right, we have got to be in this driving seat, and I think we are. So I'll do the old age thing of giving a score prediction, as I like to do. So George, go on then, mate. Would you like to not jinx us or jinx us?
Well, as much as obviously I think we're going to win and be the better team, I feel like it's not. I don't think it's going to be like a goal fest. I don't think it's quite going to be the 6-1 that I said in the comments. As much, don't get me wrong. As much as I'd loved for us to bat them, I think these games are always a lot closer than we kind of want them to be. So I'd say a 2-1 squeeze Spurs win, and we're going to be sweating for most of that game.
So a bit like Liverpool. Fabulous.
Yeah,
like the sound of that. Denman, what are you kind of thinking?
I fancy us to get. I think we're going to start off well. I know that's really rare. Like, it's usually like the other teams who start off well and then we get into the game. But I think we're going to start off well. I think we'll get an early goal. I do think that it'll go. I think we'll end up being 2-1 to us, but Arsenal will put us under some heavy pressure. I mean, I think we'll snatch one on the counter and win 3-1. That's what I reckon. I'm going 3-1.
I'd like that.
I'd love that. I'd love that.
That would be good.
It's always better when you're under pressure in it, and when you go and bag one, it's like, yeah, have that. Thank you.
I'm fine now. I'm chill now. But yeah, Connor, what are you thinking as well? Is that the kind of vibe you're going off of?
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better, to be honest. I'm thinking too. I'm going to go 3-1 as well. I think yeah, we will. I think we'll be ahead, and then all of a sudden they'll score, be a bit of pressure late on, and then that counter attack, which is working so well, they'll definitely score without a doubt. But yeah, 3-1 without a doubt. I'm confident with that. Yeah.
I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is the atmosphere, though. I think it's going to be the best that we've seen, because the fact that it just means so much, and we haven't really been in the crowds for the last couple of years for the North London Derby. What is it, like 1,000 people last year, and obviously no one before that. So I think everyone's just got to be up for it this time and just make it an absolute nightmare for them.
Absolutely,
it's got to be rocking. I mean, I'm quite lucky that I'll be going to this one as well, so I'm very excited. It's going to be a long drive home afterwards, but like you say, if we're on our A game, the stadium's rocking. I can't see anything more than a Spurs win, and like I say, pushing on for that top four, because it does put the pressure on them. Because I think now until the end of the season, like it has been this weekend, we play before them, so the pressure will be on them every week if we're only a point behind them. But yes, fingers crossed that we do manage to get the win, because I don't know if I can live with myself if we don't.